Hello everyone, today we're going to see a question in gate programming and data structures. The topic of today is ternary operator. We got 1 minute to solve. Let's see the answer. So, all of you must know about the if else. The if else statement. So, we have one condition. Condition 1, if it is true, do this, otherwise do this. So the ternary operator is one alternate way we can do the if block. One question mark and God. So we give one expression. We check if this expression is true. If it is true, do expression 2, else expression 3. Similar to what we have in that if block. One example is, suppose you want to find the max of two numbers. So in one line, we can write the expression as int max is equal to, condition is if A greater than B, A otherwise B. So how this gets evaluated? So first, when the program is evaluating, it comes here. It checks the condition. If A greater than B. If it is true, it returns A. Otherwise, it returns B. So here we're checking if 3 greater than 4, which is false. So it returns 4. So we found the max as 4. So in this ternary operator, there are some rules that need to be followed. So one thing is that when this particular line, right, when it's being evaluated, the number of columns and question mark need to be equal. Otherwise, we don't know how to match which column is for which question mark. Compiler gives error. So let's see over here. We have one column question mark, one column question mark, one column question mark. So there are equal number of columns and question marks. One column question mark, column question mark, column question mark. So this column has no question mark. So it gives error. Now second rule. So now when the computer sees this expression, right, we have a set of conditions. So how does it evaluate it? So first, when it sees 1 greater than 2, that is our first expression. So if it is true, it will do one set of expressions. Otherwise, it will do some other set of expressions. So now, how do you know which block, like over here, which column goes with which question mark? So the rule says that every column should match with the question mark before it. Now look at this column. So these two, this column, this question mark, these both, the question mark is just before the column. Now, what about this colon? How does the compiler match it? So, another rule says that every question mark matches with the colon following it. So, in this case, we don't look for the immediate colon. We just look for any colon which is after it. So now, after matching, we see that. So this 3 greater than 4. This becomes our expression 2. And the rest becomes our expression 3. So let's look how to solve it. So 1 greater than 2, which is false. So expression, it doesn't go to expression 2. Now let's look at what is in expression 3. 4, if 4 less than 5, 30, else 40. So this is true. So it goes to the true part and returns 30. So x becomes 30. Now let's look at the third question. Second question, as we saw, since the number of columns and question mark was not matching, we are getting an error. Okay, so every column matches with the question mark before it. This column matches with this question mark. This column, this question mark. This column, this question mark. This column, this question mark. 1 greater than true, which is false. So it goes to its else part. So then it checks if 4 greater than 5, which is not true, it goes to the next block. 5 greater than 6, which is not true. So it goes to the else part. So we get 50 as the answer. Once again, in this particular question mark matches with this column. So this, whatever is colored in blue, right? This comes as expression 2. That is when it is true. So since it is false, it goes to what is after the column. So it now checks if 4 greater than 5, which is false. So it goes to the else part of this condition, which is after this red column. Now our next condition to check is 5 greater than 6. If 5 greater than 6, which is false. Now it goes to its else block, which is after this blue column. That's why we're getting 50. Okay, let's just have an overview of all the rules. So ternary operator, you can think of it like a one-liner if else. Both do exactly the same. You have one condition, we check the condition. If the condition is true, we do one expression. Otherwise, we do some other expression. So ternary operator, it is written with a question mark and a colon. If condition true, do expression 2, otherwise expression 3. Now, how do you know which column goes to which question mark? Every column matches with the question mark before it. And suppose a column like this blue one doesn't have question mark just before it. So then we check next rule. Every question matches with the column after it. It doesn't need to be immediate. And one thing you should always note, the number of columns and question marks should be always equal. Otherwise, the compiler will give error. Thank you.